I'm a lumberjack, and that's okay, I guess. Well, that's one skill down, one of many. Many, many, many. What it does is it opens up. We now make things like carts. And, well, we've unlocked the butchery table. It's made the garbage table. To think, can we... I think I can make it. Yeah, I can make it. Let's get that out of the way. I'm gonna run out of logs. Now you notice my axe is broken. Right? It's got that red tinge around it. If I go to use it, go smack something here. If I go to use it, it's broken. I can still use it. Now there's, unlike Minecraft, where a broken tool is just gone, or depending on the mod, non-functional. It used to be it used to just not work. Like for a while, early on, if your axe broke, you had to repair it. You couldn't use it anymore. The issue then is that if you'd run out of logs, you didn't have to be able to make a new one. If you didn't have any stone, you have the ability to fix it. So if you managed to break both your pick and your axe in short order, which isn't that difficult, all things considered, you find yourself locked out of the game. So now you can fix them. Go repair here at the tool bench. It's going to cost me 5 stone, and it's fixed, and it works again. Fix a few things. Broke my hammer between episodes. Hello, get back up there. Wore a bunch of my tools down. Certain things cost certain amounts to fix. You notice the shovel and the bow each took wood. The rest all took stone. The next tier up is iron tools, which is going to be a long way off for us right now. Those require iron, and there's steel, and then the modern ones, which are still fixed with steel, but you need fiberglass to make them. Move the research table. So these are some of the new blocks that we got with the 10 update. Let's just grab one at random. Let's grab that one. So, before you had the cube and the 4, now we have docks, platform, barrel, platform. So these are the docks. It's the platform with base. And if I do this, that's platform with barrel. So if you wanted to build a platform out in the water, you could do that and act like you're playing Raft. It's also used to be just the wall and the windows grills. Now you have all of these like dock, they're called dock fences. This fence end cap is actually one of my favorite ones. I'll show you in a minute. Supports, you had just column. You have dock support column, which is this guy here. Pillars, beams. Don't ask me where the metal part comes from. Don't know. These are meant to sit underneath a full block. This is an actual. Let's put this here. Do that. Right, that's designed to look like a support. And I like them. Cool. I love getting new aesthetic blocks in a game. Whoops. Dang it. I also keep forgetting which button is which. Put you back. So like I said, that cap. Let's put this roof piece back on here. Okay. Hammer. So the roof kind of sort of procedurally generates itself. It's an edge. It's going to look like that. Look like that. Right? So the game determines where it's going to go. This gets really goofy. Whoops. If you I take one out of the middle here, all these get silly. Right? Things just don't work well. That's why there are... This is the one that decides itself. This is the center roof, and here are all the other... You build those specifically, and they don't change around. Stairs and ladders. And we have a bunch of ramps. I do really like the ramps. Ramps. So there's 45. And they get shallower and shallower. Right? Like this guy take forever to get somewhere. The 45-degree ramps I really like. I like them better than stairs, to be honest. But what you do is put that back. So right now, here this counts as a room. It doesn't look like it should, though, does it? So this is a block. This is a full block. This hewn. This dock's end cap. Notice how we're not in a room, and now we are. This little piece counts as a full block for the purposes of filling this. Same with here. You have a 1, 2 high, and then this guy here sits in the middle. As far as the game's considered, this is a full block, a full block, a full block. The game reads this spot here as a door. And I love it. Because before you only had the 2 high, 1 wide door in buildings. These are great, because now you essentially have like a 3 wide doorway. And it's great for moving in and out of buildings. I absolutely love them. Plus it's, got a nice view of the place, right? Whereas before we had all those hewn wood log cabin-like logs. We do have to research something here. I've got this thing up. I think carpentry was the next thing we needed, wasn't it? Yeah, because it unlocks a bunch of other stuff. There's no point in taking butchery. Where'd it go? Yeah, I need hunting, or I can take butchery. I need carpentry before I can build the butcher's table. Yeah, they want you to go through a lot of things. We can research pretty much everything we can search. We can research tailoring, shipwriting, farming, cooking, carpentry, and baking. Those are unlocked to us off the start. Kind of. While they're available, the prerequisites kind of aren't. In order to make these metallurgy basic ones, requires mining. So we need mining we would need mining to open up baking. We just took logging, so we can make dendrology. Gathering, we can do basics, so we can unlock that. Can't unlock the cooking skill yet. We can't unlock geology. Nope, because geology basic is mining as well. Grumble, grumble, grumble. We can't farming. We can open shipwright, which we can't do anything with until after carpentry. And then we can get halfway to tailoring, because that requires farming. Grumble, grumble, grumble. So, our opening options are farming or carpentry. Farming doesn't... What farming gives you is the ability to turn raw foods into seeds, which you need if you want to grow a bunch of crops. We have an entire world to forage through right now. Getting food isn't a problem for us. Not at all. In fact, we're going to spend a bunch of it right here. So in order to get what I want, carpentry, 2 basic dendrology, 2 gathering, basic. This wants 2 of these papers. We need 20 logs, and 30 food, and 20 plant fibers. I don't have 30 logs on me at the moment because I just made a bunch of stuff. We have should have more plant fibers. Already in storage hell. Nope, right, I used them to make a fishing pole. And I built a carpentry table. Let's pop this guy down for a minute. He also wants a room. It's not going to work. He's going to say you need a room of 0.02, which we can do with, you can literally dig a hole in the side of a cliff, put down a wooden floor, and you're at 0.02, or 0.2. However, yeah. Well, we can build the butchery table. Just can't use it yet. I don't know why I thought we needed it. Wainwright, the shipyard. Wainwright table requires basic engineering shipyard. Can't make anything without shipbuilding. Then the rest of these, a bunch open up with logging, and a bunch open up with actual carpentry, like the icebox, which is a much better way to store food. Loom requires linen yarn, which requires tailoring. Stuff. Basic engineering, wooden latrine. A bunch of these things. You notice that second circle right here that's not open. If you haven't played this before, this is where your housing goes. So, we take those claim papers, we build a house, and it wants 4 different rooms. Currently we have none. It wants a bedroom, a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen. Of these, the kitchen's the only one that's actually functional. Kitchen's where you do all your cooking. It's going to wind up with a butchery table, and the icebox, and then stove, cast iron stove, a stove, a kitchen item, bakery oven, a mill, a salt basket, pile of other stuff. And then this is furniture. That's his bedroom, right? Nightstand's bedroom, hewn table, seating. You can put that in a room. In order for something to be a living room, it wants, I think it wants an upholstered chair, which we are a long way from making because that's tailoring. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a whole bunch of logs. We're going to research both of them books. And I'll throw up a basic house made of hewn logs. And we can start working on getting even more points. Also, in the corner you see this. If this is something other than a loaf of bread, it means your guy wants something. Some bannock would taste real good right now, so let's feed him some bannock. You have unlocked an achievement, craving satisfied. And then if you satisfy your cravings, you get a bonus to your points. And this whole thing will add up to even like better stuff. Obviously, tasting this, you can tell what you like, what you don't, and whether or not you've liked it. Variety is eating all of these different things, so our variety is up there pretty good. A balanced diet, we're a little unbalanced right now because as it stands, our only source of fat is charred meat, but it's not very calorie dense. Right, like that's 400. This guy's 9. This guy's technically worth more points than the charred meat when it comes to improving the quality of the food you've eaten. Like I said, now that this axe works, and it's going to cost us half as many calories to cut down trees, the forest of Fanghorn lies on my very doorstep, does it not? So no matter what you like, just starting the game, you get 16 plots you can claim. You're claiming my house. All these 5x5 chunks. And one thing you really ought to do, you're going to build something, try to find a way, keep it within a certain boundary. So I got what? 2 overlap on that side. 3 on that side. Yeah, I didn't measure anything. And thankfully, the house turns out not bad. Front wall of my house is just inside the border. Did not plan that. But there it is. I have 3 rooms. Gotta build all the furniture for it. The first thing I'm gonna do. You, come here. You need a room, you're gonna build something for me. I got me an armload of wood. And one of these. And because you can't there. This is gonna be the kitchen. After I build enough crap. Let's see. And because this is outside. Of course, you want middle logs. Of course, yeah, sure. We've just got a star, and we just happen to have something to read. And, carpentry. Now when you read a skill book, you get another claim stake, you get 5 papers. You can use these papers to expand your 16 claim, or you can use it to make a whole nother claim, giving you the opportunity to, I don't want to say protect, but build in certain areas. Like if I might have a house here, but say I found an awesome place to farm here. I want to farm a bunch of rice. Put a plot down there, and then I can decide who gets to access it and who doesn't. On a server full of randos, I think that's kind of the expectation. If you're playing with friends, not so much. The only reason to actually claim a building as your own, like a property, is to get your housing bonus. Speaking of that, I should have got a dresser, a butchery table. Just got carpentry, so I should have unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. What else can I make? Carpentry experience. Where's the carpentry stuff? Wooden signs, ice box. Oh. Huh? Carpentry. How if I took it? Oh yeah, I've got to level this up. Calorie cost or damage tool. I'm going to go with calorie cost. I'll eventually upgrade tools and be better anyway. And to be honest, it's a matter of time. That's why I'm spending that much more time doing things. Okay, so got that. I need a icebox. An icebox, please. 2 kitchen things. I need straw bed for my bedroom. Just sit here and queue up more stuff. And in a minute or so, I'll come back and we'll have a shockingly Spartan home for ourselves. Okay, so what I have to do now is that. And I've got a kitchen. Ta-da! It's a rather spacious kitchen, because it's going to have a lot of stuff in it. We have the barest bones of a bedroom, and the loneliest little latrine you've ever seen. Eventually get like rugs and carpets and stuff. Again, I love these in terms of doorways. My kitchen gets to be nice and kind of open air and, you know, airy. Instead of being like, you know, closed in like that. Move the entire food processing section over here. And one thing I do like to do, like I had before, I have the one chest where the finished food shows up and the spots where all the ingredients come from. And in here, this is where carcasses don't go bad. Go figure that one out. Animal just sits there and rots. This guy doesn't have to be inside a building, and to be honest, doesn't really. You can take campfire cooking, but in amongst all of these, there's the option for either get focused workflow, which doubles when they're alone, or parallel processing, which speeds up like 20% if there's multiple tables in the room. There are times when multiple tables are a great thing, because it lets you just hammer out a bunch of stuff in one place. Doubling the speed where they're alone, that's better, but it becomes a matter of how much floor space you want to devote to certain things. Right? Like in order for me to take advantage of focused workflow for butchery tables, I would need multiple kitchens. Which that guy could do. But then you're going from one place to the next to the next. And if I can put a whole bunch of tables in here, then I can queue up part 1 of something here, part 2 of something here, part 3 of something here, and have it kick out over here later on in the, like a little later on in the game. As opposed to you can go to separate rooms and buildings. Now, when you get to stuff like the there's a big metal rolling door. It's 5 wide, 4 high, and 1 deep. You can kind of cheat by... Oh wait, I can't have a way to draw this out, unfortunately. Say your... 1... Okay, just place it, please. 1, 2, 4, 5. See, it's that wide. And because it's only 1 thick, you can use it as like a very large doorway to a room. And then, if you want to be really tricksy, you go in 1 deep. You would build a wall. There. Giving you a fairly decent opening to 2 separate rooms, which are right next to each other. Which I've done a few times. You put like a bakery oven and a kitchen on one side, same on the other, because they each require almost everything that comes from a kitchen or a cast iron stove. It's kind of a 2-part process. Like the cast iron stove, to make vegetable soup, you have to make... What is it? You have to make vegetable medley, then turn vegetable medley into vegetable stock, and then turn vegetable stock and vegetable medley into vegetable soup. It's a 3-part process. And if you're running 1 table, it takes like forever to make a single bowl of vegetable soup. And at the speed you blow through calories in this game, you can't just be sitting on that. That's okay, well, I'll queue all this stuff up, and then I'll like go buy groceries. Because you're really not doing anything else in between that. So while it is a way, you can speed it up a lot with that process. The amount of space it takes up is a lot. And given that like a lot of these things like this hewn logs only stack to 15. Lumber and brick only stack to 20. This took a lot of material. A lot of handfuls of material to make. Just to get me to that. Just give me this puny extra bonus points. But without it, this would be probably 4 hours. This starts to really add up. Later in the game, you can like furnish your rooms out nicely and make them... I don't want to see a hoarder house of fancy stuff, but holy crap, do you look like you have a hoarder house after a while. But we do have a first house. It's pretty small, except for the kitchen. which will be doing most of my work. And after that, it's going to be hunting and butchery, because we're going to need to get into far more better foods. Right now, our main source of fat is charred meat, which isn't too great. If we can get into charred sausage, is way better. And the next leap, unfortunately, is flour to make stew and salad, which might not sound like much. A mill comes from a masonry table, which requires masonry, which requires mining, and it's also, to power the mill, is going to require a windmill or water wheel. Of course, basic engineering. This is 4 techs away. We're 4 stars from flour. I've been playing most of the day. I just got my 4th star. It's the problem with single player. It takes forever to do anything. I guess in one respect, that means I'll make a lot of content, won't it? Hopefully make a lot of content. See what the next year brings. Yeah, I've recorded 3 episodes. 3? Yeah, the 3rd episode in one day. I'll get a bunch of stuff done. And as I release them, it is going to be a lot of I'll film it, and then a week later it's going to come out. At which point, any help you truly try to give me, I'll be far past needing, because how long it took to come out. But hey, then you can watch me stumble along because I was unable to take your advice. And that's kind of funny, isn't it? Anyway, I'll see you in the future.